Our next feline guest is Lulu, and she is a 2-year-old domestic medium hair. And when you walk past her cage, you think, oh, she's just like a lazy cat. She's got this big like princess in the pea bed that she likes to lay on, and she's just relaxing. But looks can be a little bit deceiving. She is not, your typical lazy cat. In a home environment, she is a playful young adult cat and really enjoys those types of interactions and is gonna be a cat that's gonna, add some personality and some life to your household. She's not gonna sleep all day. So making sure that you have, the time and the attention for her to make sure that she's getting all of the play and exercise that she needs is gonna be important. She does have some restrictions on her, and one of those restrictions is that she needs to be the only cat in the household. So just making sure that we're providing her with that household where she's going to be happy, but all the other existing pets are also going to be happy as well.
So Lulu is a return to shelter. What prompted her adopter returning her to the shelter?
So as I mentioned earlier, she's more high energy than she looks, and unfortunately, she was a little bit too much for her senior owners, and just all of her activity level, and plus the hint of sass that she's known for, just a little bit too much for her. She loves to sit on a lap as she's doing right now, but she doesn't always want to get off of a lap when you want her to, and she lets that be known. She definitely will enforce her limits and isn't afraid to express her feelings or her lack of happiness, if you will. So that's kind of what prompted that situation.
So we know she doesn't like cats. How do we know that?
So when she was here previously as a return to shelter, her name was Lulu, and so some people might say, oh, that makes sense now. I recognize her after hearing the name. She spent some time at the cat cafe when that was still open, and she wasn't doing really well there in the community cat life. And even now that she's been brought back to the shelter, we see that when she's sitting out on a lap and she sees the other cats, they're making noise and they're meowing at her, she gets very upset. She starts to hiss and growl, and she'll swat, and sometimes that can be a little bit redirected back onto the person who's kind of restraining her. So it's just better for all involved if she gets to be the only cat in a household. But that's not an issue for a lot of people. A lot of people just want one cat, and they're perfectly content. We had Pope on last show, who also needs to be the only cat. There's a cat on the cat floor who doesn't like Lulu, and Lulu doesn't like her, who also needs to be the only cat in the household. So it's not uncommon. It's just making sure that when you're adopting these animals, you understand that you are going to have just one cat for the life of that animal. And you're, even if you see something you like, it's not going to be a good fit to add another one into the household. If you want to meet with our little Lulu here, you can do that by, again, going to visit fcac.as.me, and appointment times are available Monday through Saturday and even later into the evening on Wednesdays.